Good morning, everyone. I'd like to welcome you all to the Class of 2014 graduation ceremony. First off, I would like to thank all the families and friends that have came here to show support for us. It really means a lot to us, and we appreciate that. Next, I would like to thank the PHS staff for everything they've done through us throughout the years, all 4 years supporting us. We wouldn't be where we are right now if it weren't for you. On a personal note, I myself would like to thank my parents for everything they've done. Dad, thank you for everything you've done in my life, for all the lessons you've taught me, for everything you made me do. Thank you for being my father, a mentor, my coach, and my friend. Thank you for being my biggest fan on and off the court and supporting me in everything I do. I hope that one day I can become half the man that you are. I love you and thank you. To my mom, now for anyone that knows my mom, the first thing you probably think of is friendly and talks a lot. She's not afraid to let me and my dad sit in the car after church while she talks to about 10 different people. But she's probably one of the sweetest ladies I know, and she loves me more than I'll ever know. If you also know my mom, you know that she does a lot for both her family and this school. And Mom, I know you don't get a lot of recognition for the things you do, but I want you to know there are a lot of people that appreciate what you do, and a lot of people that love you and wouldn't know what to do without you, and I'm one of them. Thank you. Now to the students. I'd like to first start off by quoting the great Aubrey Drake Graham in Soulja Boy and saying, "We made it." And we have made it. I want you to step back and think of your freshman self. I know not too many of us were scared of the future, but you couldn't imagine yourself being here in about 4 years. It's crazy how much a lot of things have changed. I look around and I see a bunch of smiles that no longer are obstructed by braces. I see also a lot of relationships that have changed, friends that have come and gone, and people that have been here since day one. And all these changes are things that we've gotten used to and we've learned to accept. But they're not going to be the only changes we have in life. As you graduate and go off either to college, the workforce, military, or whatever it is you go off to, there's going to be a lot more change. And with more change comes challenging times. I feel like a lot of these times are going to be tough, but if we can survive Coach Dowdy being our assistant principal, I believe we can survive anything. Love you, Coach Dowdy. I want to share a Bible verse with you guys today. The verse is Galatians 6:9. It says, "Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up." This is my favorite verse because of 2 reasons. One, it says never giving up, and 2, it says to reap a harvest. Now, a lot of people probably know this verse. It's pretty popular, and if you maybe played sports or ever been in the locker rooms, you've probably seen this verse hang up on a poster. Now, coaches do this because it ties into the aspect of being a harvester, because the harvester would go out and reap the harvest. But there's a lot of accurate things and truth about this, because if we do the right things and we don't give up, we can accomplish anything. The part that really sticks out to me and myself is if we do not give up, because it not only speaks to me as telling us a way to live our life, but it sets a standard for the harvester spirit, and it sets the spirit for things like the riot. Just a bunch of kids waiting rain after rain delay after rain delay after rain delay just to get into the game to cheer on our team. Even when things kept getting worse, we didn't give up. Those are the things I myself, and hopefully us as a class, will never forget. I want to give a quick shout out to Ms. Gibson, Mr. Suttle, and Coach Dowdy for letting us rush the field at homecoming, because that was pretty awesome, and that's something I'm not going to ever forget. I want to leave you guys with a little bit of advice, but this advice comes after a question. This is a question I've been asked in the recent weeks leading up to a graduation, knowing that I'm going to be leaving soon. I've been asked this at church, and the question was, if you could change something in your past 4 years of high school, what would it be? And I sat there and I thought about this for a while, because there's a lot of things that I could change. But what would you change? Would you maybe work harder, get better grades? Maybe try to get more involved in the community, try to get involved in sports? Maybe it was just try to be nicer. Say hi, how are you doing to that one person that looked like they could have needed that day. Now that you have that one thing in your mind, my advice to you is, why not try to do or not do whatever that is after you graduate and move on? You'll probably be really surprised what can happen as a result of that. And to conclude, I want to say, above all else, be yourself and do what makes you happy. Somebody's got to do it. Thank you.